Hello and welcome to the Boba Fett Aftershow Mini. I'm James Lott Jr. here on JLJ Media, and I do the regular show with my buddies Frank Moran and John Dunphy. We talk about Boba Fett every chapter, every week. We're doing it again tonight, at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're talking about Chapter 4, The Gathering Storm. So we're talking about that. But I want to talk about something. I don't want to waste time on that show talking about it. We may get into it a little bit, but I just want to really talk about it here because I'm very curious. I've been on the Boba Fett groups, some of the Star Wars groups too, but on the Boba Fett groups on Facebook and online. And I want to thank you guys so much because our show, you've made this show my number one show in my network out of nowhere. You guys are totally listening to us and watching. Appreciate it completely. But I want to talk to you guys because I'm really curious what you guys think because all the different series have come out. Mandalorian, Bad Batch, Clone Wars, Rebels, when all these shows come out. And there's people who don't like some or whatever. But for some reason, to me, it seems like this series has had the most hate towards it. Like it's really divided. There's some of us who really enjoy it. There's some of us who, we laugh at a few things here and there, but we're open arms. 3 episodes in, we're just going to see what's going to happen. I actually like the pacing. I actually think it was great. I like today's episode that we saw also. There was a lot of action. I think that this season they've been literally getting us to catch up where we are. But I noticed a lot of people are just people who just are flat out they think it's too slow, it's too stupid, he's too soft. I was wondering where is that from exactly? I mean, yes, there is the possibility that some people just don't like it. We watch things you don't like. It's not like I know for everybody, people go into these shows with maybe certain expectations. They just say they have certain things they hope to see out of this character, which is funny because this character literally has so much folklore and cult status and nothing but screen time. If you think about the whole Star Wars universe, he's in Empire Strikes Back for like 5-6 words, a scene, gone. Shows a Mandalorian, right there for a few series, reoccurring, and then now he has his own series. So is it because people have built up so much that this character everybody has their own? We're all excited. Everybody has their own thing. It's not happening the way they think they would like it. That's possible too. Stories like this could go any direction and can be portrayed anyhow in any way. So that's a tough one too, right? I may think it should be this way, and then you may think it should be that way. And it's just I'm seeing this. I mean, literally, people are like emailing me, texting me, like, I hate it. Oh my god, like they're just so slow. He's a whip. He's this, and I'm like, really? I saw most of it happen, obviously, but I called the Vespa episode. Now we know they're called mods. Spoiler alert, they're called mods. That this young gang came on, and even we on our show made little jokes about that kind of the shiny cars, things they have, and where they came from all of a sudden. But yeah, we're not sure about them, but we're like, we'll keep it open. We're going to see what happens in the name of the series. What's going to happen? Well, folks really went to town on that. People went to town on Chrysanthemum. Then like he just kind of ran him off. Even one of my co-hosts did like he just kind of ran off at the end of episode 3, just like ran into the desert somewhere. Obviously, we see what happens next in another episode. Again, spoiler alert. I won't say what happens, but it comes up again. Folks like it should have been this way. I don't know. I just really want to know from people. You can please tell me, why if you don't like it, why you just dislike it so much. I want to know. I like the pacing. I think it's fine. There are a few things I would tweak and change, but for the most part, I'm like, okay. So far we're halfway through the series. I'm thinking it's a good series so far. It's very dramatic. I see where he's coming from in terms of his attitude. He's won't be a bounty hunter anymore, and that he wants to kind of settle down, so to speak. I guess maybe folks weren't wanting that. They wanted him to be this bounty hunting machine still out there, maybe. Oh, so, but I don't know. I like it so far. And I know the Facebook groups are having lots of issues with, each group sets up. If you're a private group set up their rules, and many of them say, do not bash, do not do negative comments. But then there are folks who feel like, well, I have a right to say something I don't like. So I do opinion television. I've been doing it for 7 years. So I know there's a fine line between critique and what we call healthy debate and just flat out negativity. There's a line. The line changes for some people. The line is, I mean, everybody thinks the line is something different. I don't have the answer for you out there, but I think that's another thing too. A lot of these groups want to celebrate Boba Fett. They're actually enjoying the story. They want to celebrate it. They want to have it be a nice environment. I totally get it. I was never into Facebook groups. I was never into Reddit or message boards until recently because of my work. I'm in Hollywood and I started doing that, and sometimes you can gauge public taste through those. And sometimes you can meet great people, have great connections, a community of people who love it. But I think, it's one of those things, once you go out public and create a public forum, whether it's a private group, it's still a public forum, especially today, nowadays, people feel they can say whatever they want. They have a right to say whatever they want, and that's it, no matter what you say. And if you double down on them, a lot of times they will go even harder and double down on their feelings. I would say on my pages, they're not a democracy, they're a dictatorship. But even with that, my personal pages, I can do whatever I want. But I have some group pages for my shows, and I leave it up there. People say what you want. It's your space. Say what you want. And so I feel bad for the administrators and moderators of these Facebook pages and Twitter groups. I don't tell you. I think people feel like, well, you have it out here, and I join the group. I can say whatever I want. And that's kind of how it is, I guess. I don't know how you stop that. I guess you just don't have a group. But I know people want to feel connection. People want to talk about this show that they love so much. So I don't know how it's going to go. I'm curious to see how people feel about this episode. I haven't seen the reaction yet of episode 4. Tonight we'll do our show at 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern on JLJ Media on YouTube. We'll do it live. We'll see what the chat says in there, whatever they say, and we'll see the comments afterwards. But I encourage you to comment on this video too and tell me, if you like it, tell me why. If you don't like it, tell me why also. I'm very curious. Or just tell me the reason why I just don't care for it because of this, that, and the other. But I welcome dialogue. I welcome all dialogue. Let's talk about it. That's what I'm here for. That's why I'm in a public eye, and we do that. I'm James Lott Jr. Boba Fett. Book of Boba Fett Aftershow is on all streaming service platforms, audio, and it's on YouTube at JLJ Media. We'll see you next time.